by hare and hound, by fish and otter, by grain that falls for the hen to devour. With dragons red and white we climb the mountain in the night. For 3 times 3 the mountain we climb, 3 times 3 the maze unwinds. The lady calls from the northern crown, in Kerry Wisner, silver circle is found. All around us there exists an underlying current, a continuity of wisdom that is the living consciousness of nature itself. This current, the Geassa, finds expression through the animistic magical practices of indigenous people the world over. Horns of the Moon is the second book in the Geassa series, describing techniques in traditional magical arts. Techniques designed to bring one into direct contact with other worlds, other realms and dimensions not normally perceived, and with the beings who inhabit these worlds. Navilta, Navilta, Navilta. By smoke and fire I conjure you. By these ancient words I conjure you. By the Lady of the Silver Circle. By he who rides in the night. The gate swings open. Between the horns lays the path we keep. Horns of the Moon represents a continuation of the teachings which were introduced in the first book in this series, the Willow Path. However, in this second work, we examine many of the most important aspects in the training of the traditional witch, giving specific techniques to help in this process. It begins with a look at those who have natural ability in the art as compared to those who need to cultivate this. Yet, as will be shown, no matter one's natural talent, whether one is alone, with a teacher, in a group, or with a working partner, the necessity for training and practice is discussed. This training includes methods for becoming, which is the ancient art of merging with nature, gathering energy from the land, in order to experience those realms just beyond the veil of what is normally perceived. It is in this way that the witch creates change in the material world. The use of sound, both as tone and as spoken incantations, whether in traditional charms, the use of names in the art, as well as words of power and enchantments, is explained in detail. With this, the book also goes on to examine currents of energy which flow through the different worlds and realms, creating the cycles of time itself. In the art, there's a long tradition surrounding sending forth the fetch, the shadow, or as some traditional witches call it, the second skin. In Horns of the Moon, I go into detail, describing the different bodies we all possess, comparing these across teachings found in traditional witchcraft, hermetics, and ancient Egyptian practices. This includes ritual instructions for traveling in spirit, from the use of safe flying ointments and incenses, to the practice of projecting one's fetch into a triangle of art. From there it is a simple matter for the witch to merge with the fetch, seeing through its eyes, experiencing what it feels. This is achieved through the technique which we call hearth and mirror. It is then, in this form, the one is able to travel in spirit, not only to visit and influence people and events in this world, but also to journey to realms beyond the material. Besom, standing by hearth and staying, let your shaft be strong, your brush be fine. Hark, oh hark, my horse. Hark, oh hark, my mare. Hark, oh hark, my horse. Carry me into the night, like the winds that the lady rides, to the lands of on when we now fly. Below and above in the skies of the abread, sweep along as the wind, to the fields of fair Gwenfed. Besom, oh my mare, to the castle of the lady we now go. O Besom, horse, my mare, carry me to and fro. In traditional witchcraft, forming a connection with the spirits alive in one's local environment is essential to the practice. As such, Horns of the Moon presents different techniques and rituals designed to help the reader communicate with these, whether in the form of elemental beings known as the Shay, spirits of the ancestors, or the elder gods who guide those who follow this path. It is in such realms that time itself bends and weaves in a spiral of currents, shedding light on past lives as well as one's fate that spins on ahead. For the witch, time is an evolving current in which past, present, and future blend and merge, given over to different currents in the maze. It is out of these ancient teachings that our techniques for understanding and using the unique energies of each day's position of the moon emerged. The 28 lunar days of the month, known as the Ladies of the Moon, are explained in detail, along with their influence in spellcasting and divination. The use of potions and condensers are some of the most ancient and potent forms of magic used in traditional witchcraft. In Horns of the Moon, I present detailed instructions on the preparation and ritual infusion of two of the most renowned filters from antiquity. These are drawn from both secret traditions handed down to me through training, as well as research into historical texts on the subject. As such, recipes for both traditional Basque and Strega moon water and the witch's fluid condenser are given. The art is a way of living, a way of experiencing different realities, different worlds, and interacting with the beings who dwell there. As such, it brings a richer understanding of the meaning and spiritual essence that lies hidden in all that is. Part of the training of those who walk this path is the ability to experience this deeper current as the sacred legacy of nature. In this book, rituals are given which open the door to this blossoming of natural wonder that enables the witch to become the mare to the gods, a technique in which ritual possession and awareness occur in order to experience the elder ones in real and tangible ways. While having roots that reach back in time to the ancient past, all of the techniques presented are part of a living system in use today. Each is meant to be simple, direct, and above all else effective. Round and round, throughout and about, the wheel weaves in and the thread spins out. By staying, by besom, by cauldron deep, we meet together in the Lady's Keep.